Hello, I'm Pintun from Odishatv.in bringing you today's news from Odisha. First, the headlines. Praise for Navin government as Cabinet Committee's Project Monitoring Group says State Machinery has acted very proactively in implementing different projects in Odisha. Maoist leader Sabyasachi Panda threatens to sue Brajakishore Tripathi. Meanwhile, former Union Minister says no personal feud against Sabyasachi. Coming down heavily on BJP government without naming anyone, Union Minister Nitin Gadkari says there are governments which are blind despite having eyes and lame despite having legs. Good news for Odisha. Gadkari says Paradip Port's cargo handling capacity would be hiked threefold to 325 million tons per annum by 2025. Work is on. And CBI teams conduct simultaneous raids at stations and trains between Bhubaneswar and Puri following allegations of sale of illegal tickets. Now the details. The Project Monitoring Group of the Cabinet Committee on Investment on Friday expressed its satisfaction over implementation of at least 32 projects across sectors like steel, power, coal mining and railways. Arun Goel, Additional Secretary PMG at the Prime Minister's Office, said this after taking stock of different projects at a meeting held in Bhubaneswar under the chairmanship of Chief Secretary AP Padhi.
दो मीटिंग्स की हैं, इसमें 32 प्रोजेक्ट्स के बारे में जिक्र किया है और काफ़ी प्रोजेक्ट्स में काफ़ी प्रोग्रेस है और मैं काफ़ी संतुष्ट हूँ. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है कि प्रॉब्लम कोई नहीं है. ये सारा प्रोसेस जो है क्लियरेंसेस को एक्सपीडाइट कराने के लिए है. तो जैसे हमारा जो पोर्टल है ये, तो इसके अंदर जो भी प्रोजेक्ट प्रोपोनेंट है वो अपने जो इश्यूज है वो डाल सकता है.
We have mainly reviewed infrastructure-based investment projects. Around 32 projects in railways, national highways, water pipeline, coal block development, coal transportation corridor and power sectors were discussed and resolved. This joint exercise has been helpful for expediting the projects, the Odisha Chief Secretary said. The major projects reviewed under Khurda-Balangir new broad gauge railway link being implemented at a cost of rupees 3,550 crore, doubling of Sambalpur-Bampur railway line with project cost of rupees 1,111 crore, doubling of Sambalpur-Titlagad railway link at a cost of rupees 1,078 crore, Hardaspur Paradip rail link project, Talcher Bimlagad new rail line project with an estimated cost of rupees 810 crore and Ongul Sukinda new rail line project with an estimated cost of rupees 638.5 crore. Among the national highway projects reviewed were Tilaibani Sambalpur section of NH6 at an estimated cost of rupees 752 crore, Binjabal Tilaibani section of NH6 at an estimated cost of rupees 1057 crore, Baharagoda Singara section of NH6 at an estimated cost of rupees 734 crore, 6 laning of Bhubaneswar Chandikhol section of NH5 at an estimated cost of rupees 1047 crore and others.
हमारो 32 प्रकल्प एथिरे रिव्यू करा गला. मेनली इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट्स, पावर सेक्टर, कोल सेक्टर, रोड्स, रेलवेज, ये चारोटी एरिया रे सब प्रोजेक्ट रिव्यू करा गला. भारत सरकार तरफ से एडिशनल सेक्रेटरी आसले, कैबिनेट सेक्रेटरी से होते अटेंड करते एवं ମୁଁ ଆଶା କରୁଛି ଯେ ଏଇ ଯେଉଁ ପ୍ରୋଜେକ୍ଟ ଗୁଡ଼ିକୁ ରିଭ୍ୟୁ କରାଯାଇଛି ସେଗୁଡ଼ିକ ଟାଇମ୍ରେ ଆମେ ସାରିପାରିବୁ.
8 days after Prime Minister Narendra Modi urged the crowd at a Vikas Utsav rally in Baleshwar to shout loud enough so that the state government sitting in Bhubaneswar could hear it, Union Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari on Friday tore into the BJP government without naming it, saying it's blind despite having eyes and lame despite having legs. Leaving no one in doubt who he was hinting at, he continued addressing party workers here in what was easily the sharpest attack on the Navin Patnaik government by a senior central leader of the BJP so far. During his hour-long speech, the union minister didn't spare the bureaucrats and ministers and criticized them for being unresponsive to the people on the state government's developmental agenda.
और आज ऐसी सरकारें हैं जो आंखें हैं पर दिखता नहीं, हाथ है पर हिलते नहीं, पैर है पर चलते नहीं, ना नीति है, ना कार्यक्रम है, ना दिशा है, लोग चुनकर दे रहे हैं, लोग आ रहे हैं, क्या बोल रहे हैं समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, फिर भी सरकार जीत रही है.
I can't understand how it is forming the government and what it does. The ministers don't know what the bureaucrats do. The people don't know what the government is doing, the ministers said sarcastically. Development and prosperity cannot be visualized this way, he signed off. Gadkari's scathing attack bore an eerie resemblance to the no-holds-barred attack on the BJP government launched by Union Petroleum Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, during which he had termed the state government inefficient and bankrupt. Taken together, the attack by the two ministers is being seen as a change in tack by the BJP leadership, which has refrained from criticizing the BJP government strongly for 2 years. Hours after Maoist leader Sabyasachi Panda threatened to file a defamation suit against him, a chastened former union minister Brajakishore Tripathi said on Friday that he had no personal feud against Maoist leader.
पूर्वतन मंत्री ब्रज त्रिपाठी जो एलिगेशन देइचंदी ता ऊपर से भीषण मर्माहत होइचंदी, एटा एक राजनीतिक उद्देश्य प्रणोदित बोली कहउचंदी, तेणु से ता विरुद्ध रे एक मानहानि मकद्दमा दायर करिया पई ब्रज त्रिपाठी विरुद्ध एवं अन्य लोकों विरुद्ध दायर करिया पई से मो सहित आईनगत परामर्श आलोचना करथिले.
Earlier in the day, Panda's lawyer Deepak Patnaik had said his client would consider filing a defamation case against Tripathi if the latter didn't apologize for his allegation that Panda had received rupees 45 lakh from the BJD in 2014. A softened Tripathi today said he is associated with Panda's family since long and the recent matter should not hurt the rebel leader. He added, "I have a family relationship with Panda's family and knew his father very well. I have gone to his house many times. Though I have no direct link with Panda, I personally like him. As a friend of their family, I am sorry for this."
ये जो 4 दिन काल एक कथा कहूनुले गोटे अकाउंट तो सांगे सांगे कहीदेवा दरकार. आज जदि कहले 4 दिन काल कहीं कहूनुले ताने इथरे से किसी उद्यम थिले एको केमती रफा दफा करेंगे, एको केमती मैनेज करने वर्तमान समय पाई एवं तांको जदि से कष्ट हो तो मो दुख प्रकाश करुच्ची एवं तांकर कौन मोर उद्देश्य नहीं तांको व्यक्तिगत भाव में कष्ट दवा कि हट करवा कौन मोर उद्देश्य नुहे. तेणु सी जदि करिया कथा करिए मो जीवन राजनीति में 3 वर्ष जेल जाइए. कौन मानव मकदमा को डरे नहीं कि कौन प्रकार आईन रो खिलाफ करे ना.
Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways and Shipping Nitin Gadkari on Friday said Paradip Port's cargo handling capacity would be increased to 325 million tons per annum by 2025. The production of Paradip Port would be increased threefold by 2025. Work is going on to achieve the target, Gadkari told media persons in Bhubaneswar. He said Paradip Port will be the growth engine of eastern India. He also said the government is taking steps to increase the coal production of Mahanadi Coalfields Limited from 60 million tons to 300 million tons. The coal would be transported through waterways to other states including Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra and Gujarat. In return, the ships would bring limestones for steel projects, said the minister. If coal is transported through waterways, electricity charges would cost ₹1 less per unit, he added. He also said infrastructure is being developed for the smooth transportation of coal. Gadkari said the government is committed to bring down the high logistics cost to 12% and raise the share of waterways transportation to 15% in coming years. He said the country's logistics cost is 18% presently. The minister said the government is also giving priority for development of national highways. We are giving priority to Odisha. We have already created 1,300 kilometers national highway, while we will try to increase it to 2,000 kilometers, said the minister. Replying to the allegations that several illegal toll gates have been erected in the state, He said there are no illegal toll gates in the state. The Odisha Chief Secretary has already made it clear that there are no illegal toll gates in the state, he added. 3 teams of the Central Bureau of Investigation on Saturday morning conducted simultaneous raids at various stations and trains between Bhubaneswar and Puri. According to sources, the CBI sleuths raided Bhubaneswar, Khurda and Puri railway stations over sale of illegal tickets. Officials of the investigating agency also questioned 4 ticket collectors in these stations in this regard and tallied the amounts mentioned in the receipts with the actual money they had, sources added. A high-level source revealed that the CBI teams are targeting the travelling ticket examiners in this raid. Before wrapping up, the news headlines once again. Praise for Navin government as Cabinet Committee's Project Monitoring Group says state machinery has acted very proactively in implementing different projects in Odisha. Maoist leader Sabyasachi Panda threatens to sue Brajakishore Tripathi. Meanwhile, former Union Minister says no personal feud against Sabyasachi. Coming down heavily on BJP government without naming anyone, Union Minister Nitin Gadkari says there are governments which are blind despite having eyes and lame despite having legs. Good news for Odisha. Gadkari says Paradip Port's cargo handling capacity would be hiked threefold to 325 million tons per annum by 2025. Work is on. And CBI teams conduct simultaneous raids at stations and trains between Bhubaneswar and Puri following allegations of sale of illegal tickets. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.